I have had a goal of finishing my sketchbook for a while now, and I just finished it halfway. So let's do a flip through.
So I was doom scrolling on TikTok until I came across this artist, and this artist was showing off a piece of their work, and all it was a piece of cardboard with a pink acrylic wash on it. And I'm not sure if it was satirical or not, but there were people in the comments defending it as art. And at first I thought, well, that's stupid, it's obviously not art. But then it got me thinking, well, why is it not art? And at first I thought, well, it's because it didn't take a lot of skill or time. But then I thought, well, there are a lot of things that don't take a lot of skill or time that I still consider to be art. So then I said, well, maybe it's because it's not very creative or didn't take a lot of imagination. But again, I ran into the same problem. I still consider a lot of things that aren't really that creative to be art. So I finally came to the conclusion that that pink thing is art. It's just really bad art. And that is because I believe art is anything that was created to inspire emotion. But great art is like a guide to a specific emotion. Anyway, let's get some civil conversation going on in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Let's make a sketchbook page for my pet snake. For those that don't know, I have a pet ball python named Fable. Hey, get back here. And a couple months ago, I turned her into a character. But I haven't really drawn this design since then. So today, we're gonna make a sketchbook spread just for my snake, because she deserves it. And I'll also make any excuse to talk about my snake. So let's make some cute doodles and let's talk about my Fable. Okay, so this is what I had in mind for the background. And then I have these little doodles. We have this one of Fable yawning, because if you haven't seen a ball python yawn, look it up. It's the cutest thing ever. And just a caution, snakes do eat rodents. So I drew Fable eating a rat. It's nothing like graphic, but I just want to let you know. There's Fable having some lunch. And then we have a little goober version of Fable. Which, speaking of goober, I still need to make my goober sona. And then I drew myself hugging Fable because I love her and I can't shut up about her. As I do the line art and color these doodles, I'm gonna answer some frequently asked questions about my lovely Fable. Okay, so the most frequently asked question I see about Fable is people asking, what is she? What kind of snake is she? And why does she have those patterns? So Fable is a ball python. And while I don't know what her exact morph is, I know for a fact that she's a pied ball python. Pied is short for piedballism, and being pied basically just means she has parts of her skin that is unpigmented, which is why she has so many lovely splotches of pattern on her. How old is Fable and how long have you had her? While I don't know Fable's exact age, she's around 1.5 to 2 years old. And as for how long have I had her, I've had her for about 5 months now. I got Fable a little after my birthday, which was in March, and I have loved every second of her company. Another question I see a lot is, has Fable ever bit you? And no, she has never bit me. She has never bit me or shown me like any signs of aggression. She hissed at me once, but that was like the second day she was here, so she was still adjusting to her new environment. Ball pythons in general are very docile, and especially pied ones for some reason. So I genuinely cannot see 𝗲𝗶𝗇 biting me unless I gave her a really good reason to. And now that the line art is done, let's start the coloring. Back to the questions. Do I ever plan to get another ball python? Yes, I do. I really want to give it another snake and name it Rune Orpheus Jude Jones. Because for those that don't know, 𝗲𝗶𝗄's full name is 𝗲𝗶𝗄 𝗪𝗂𝗪 Clementine Jones. Because she's a beautiful snake and deserves a beautiful name. Since 𝗲𝗶𝗄 has the name 𝗪𝗂𝗪 in her name, I am obligated to get another snake and put Orpheus in his name. While I am in no rush, once I find the perfect snake for that name, you best believe I'm giving that snake a home. And lastly, do I recommend you get a ball python? If you are looking for a beautiful pet that's easy to care for, very low maintenance, and you feed once a week or every other week, and you want to have the coolest pet ever, then yes, I highly recommend you get a ball python. Make sure you get it from a local breeder and not a pet store, just trust me. And now that all these doodles are colored, let's cut them out and put them on my sketchbook page. And boom, a very chaotic sketchbook page. And while I can't tell completely, I think 𝗲𝗶𝗄 likes it. If you have any ideas of what I should do for my next sketchbook page, or if you have any questions about 𝗲𝗶𝗄, I would love to hear them. Have an amazing day and stay awesome. I love you, bye!
So my torso is as long as my neck, but it's smaller than my head. Iana. What exactly do you want me to do? Are you trying to seduce me?
Not like that.
That part is longer than this. His bone is broken.
What are you doing? Waking up?
Gets up anyway. Suddenly making me go crazy. Kissing me so suddenly.
Okay, we're done with this. We're done.
Can I go? Need to be alone with you. Putting yourself in this situation. Making yourself vulnerable to me. You make this extremely difficult.
Extremely.
There's no key signature. There's also no time signature.
Shut up. I know what it is.
So, whoever wrote this.
The time signature is 6/8.
That makes sense.
You paused.
Close.
Okay.
No, it's clues.
It's like
Clues. I'm gonna bite you if you don't let go. Then do it. She actually bit my arm. Oh. Then he bites.
You didn't mean to make that noise.
No. It was supposed to be more anime. But even then.
Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell them, yeah. I'm in the back of the car with a daddy, and he's smoking and popping a perk. I got a man in his bum, that spice in the back of the van when they stop and search. These men wanna act like a beast, so I put these men in a cage. I made a call now 2 days later, my niggas are busting all over his face. Shut the fuck up, get on your knees and grease my feet. He wanna break, I've been running his face 6 hours. He told me to squirt in his mouth, so I gave pictures and I choose out the pictures that I want to put. Then I'll go on, I just paint and I will sort of plan out how I want it to look on my sketchbook. Most of the time, the printouts just consist of things I like, and I'll just click through and print them out. So after everything's printed, I cut it out so I can plan the layout before I actually stick it all on. And this is how it's all stuck on, and I put extra stickers to it. I really feel like it looks so nice. And then when I get to the first page, I put the starting date, and then I leave an extra spot for the finish date. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
I try to make my pencil drawings pretty detailed, but today I'd like to show you the most detailed thing I've ever done. I think the fingerprints took 3 days to pull off, and I really hope you like it as much as I just loved working on it.
I am not the only traveler who was not ready to stay. I've been searching for a trail to follow. It can take me back.
My husband spiked our child's formula with sleeping pills to sneak away for a Christmas date with his assistant. As I frantically rushed my feverish child to the hospital, I unexpectedly spotted my husband carrying his assistant upstairs. Peyton twisted her ankle, so I'm here to help her get it checked. Even though our child was in the operating room fighting for her life, he did not so much as glance in her direction. I tightened my grip on the $10 million winning lottery ticket in my pocket. It was time to end this 7-year marriage. After wrapping up my tasks at work, I called my husband, Christian Clark. Honey, don't forget to come home for Christmas today. I have some good news to share with you. On the other end of the line, Christian's voice sounded rushed and tense. Shiloh, there's an urgent issue with the company project. I need to check on it right away. Junie already finished her bottle and is asleep, so don't worry. Those 2 sentences filled me with unease. Our daughter, Juniper Clark, was just over a year old. How could I possibly not worry about her being left alone at home? When I tried to call Christian back, his phone was already unreachable. Christmas traffic was overwhelming, and I found myself stuck in a sea of cars, anxiously praying that Junie would be safe. When I finally rushed home, the house was eerily quiet. I hurried to the crib and saw Junie sleeping soundly. Relieved, I reached out to touch her little face. That touch sent a wave of panic through me. Her forehead was burning hot. She clearly had a high fever. I immediately grabbed Junie and drove to the hospital, calling Christian along the way. Christian, Junie has a fever. I'm taking her to the city hospital. You need to come right away. For a brief moment, there was tension in his voice. How is that possible? She's burning up? This is your fault. I've told you countless times that we need to hire a nanny, but you never listened. I'm in the middle of a meeting. Let's just talk later, he snapped. I bit down hard, gripping the steering wheel tightly. I rushed to the hospital immediately. I finally felt a sense of relief as I watched Junie's temperature gradually come down. When I glanced at my phone, it was already 11:30 p.m. Exhausted from the night's events, I decided to head to the hospital's convenience store to grab a quick snack. However, I stumbled upon something shocking as I walked downstairs. Christian, who was supposed to be working late, was here, and in his arms was none other than his new assistant, Peyton Sullivan. Mr. Clark, it's all my fault. I twisted my ankle when I got out of the car, and now, I can't spend Christmas with you properly. Come now, Peyton. Don't say that. Twisting your ankle is serious. I'm heartbroken for you. Besides, I don't mind spending Christmas in the hospital. By the way, I already bought that diamond necklace you wanted. Oh, you're so naughty. Peyton giggled as Christian comforted her gent. Ly, completely unaware that I was standing in the shadows. Overwhelmed by sadness and anger, tears streamed down my face. Our daughter was still lying in a hospital bed with a high fever. He did not care about Junie's well-being at all. While he lavished Peyton with expensive gifts, he had never even thought of buying me, his wife of 7 years, a simple $300 necklace. Christian and I were college sweethearts. After graduation, he wanted to start his own business, and I gave him $200,000 from my family to fund his dream. During his startup days, I pinched pennies, cutting every corner to support him. When his business finally began to flourish, I still refrained from indulging myself for the best of the family. Recently, Christian's company had been struggling with cash flow problems, so I tightened the household budget even more. I haggled over groceries and stretched every dollar to its limit. Yet now, I realized my sacrifices meant nothing to him. He had no problem spending extravagantly on another woman while treating me with indifference. Wiping away my tears, I clenched the $10 million winning lottery ticket in my pocket. Yes, I had won $10 million. I had planned to surprise Christian tonight during our Christmas celebration at home. I also wanted to tell him that I had resigned from my job to focus on taking care of J full-time. Yet now, it was clear there was no need to share this with Christian. This 7-year relationship had reached its end. It was time to let go. After an exhausting night, J was discharged from the hospital the next day. Once we got home, I prepared a bottle of formula for her and rocked her to sleep. The fatigue of a sleepless night finally caught up with me, and I dozed off fully clothed on the couch. When I woke up, it was already noon. Just as I was about to make lunch, the doctor's words from yesterday suddenly came to mind. He had told me to check the surveillance footage at home. What did he mean by that? Could it be that J's accidental ingestion of sleeping pills was not an accident? Was it deliberate? The thought sent shivers down my spine. There were only 2 people in the house, Christian and I. Could Christian have been the one who gave J the sleeping pills? That seemed impossible. Even though he was unfaithful, I did not think he would harm his own daughter. With a lingering sense of doubt, I opened the surveillance feed. I did not have to watch for long before anger surged through me. The footage was crystal clear. It showed Christian crushing sleeping pills and mixing them into J's formula. He then got on the phone and said, "Peyton, don't worry, I'll pick you up at your door on time." The little brat wouldn't stop crying, so I'm just going to make her quiet down for a bit. He must not have realized the cameras were still recording, or he would not have dared to be so brazen. I could not believe it. To think he was this heartless toward his own 𝗷𝗂𝗪𝗏, his flesh and blood. Tears blurred my vision again, but this time, they were not from sadness, they were from fury. No mother would tolerate anyone hurting her child, even if that person was the child's father. I wiped my tears away and forced myself to stay calm as I continued reviewing the footage. To my shock, I discovered that while I was at work, Christian, who was supposed to be working from home, had repeatedly brought Peyton to our house. They brazenly carried out their intimate activities right on the couch, utterly ignoring J, who cried until she was hoarse. It turned out that Christian's infidelity had begun long before I even suspected it. Fine. Very well. I saved the video clips and called my lawyer, Adam Lewis, with a steady hand. "Mr. Lewis, hello. Please help me draft a divorce agreement." I was determined to leave Christian. I had to take J and walk away from this despicable man. I had just hung up the phone when I heard the front door open. Christian entered, lugging several bags of luggage as his face lit up with an enthusiastic smile. It had been a long time since I had seen him smile like that. However, the moment he saw me, his grin vanished. "Why aren't you at work?" I responded with a cold smirk. "I'm not as carefree as you, Christian. Our child was burning with fever, and you acted like nothing happened." Christian frowned. "Why do you always pick fights the moment we see each other? I told you, I was working overtime yesterday. If it weren't for you and J, would I be working myself to the bone every day?" Just then, I noticed a slim figure standing outside the door. It was Peyton. She extended her hand to me with a polite smile. "Shiloh, hello. Sorry for the intrusion." I did not respond, nor did I move aside to let her in. Christian, however, could not hide his impatience. He pulled me to the side and gently helped Peyton to the couch. "Peyton's injured, so she'll be staying with us for a few days." I looked at the two of them. "She's injured, so she's staying at someone else's house? Christian, you're really something." Christian waved his hand dismissively. "You know how hard it is for Peyton, being out there all alone. She's a young woman working in my company, so, of course, I need to look after her. We're just colleagues. Don't overthink it." Peyton glanced at me, her eyes welling up. "Shiloh, I'm really sorry for troubling you and Mr. Clark." I nodded. "You're right, it is troubling. As you can see, we have a small child here, and it's really not convenient." "Shiloh Jackson, shut your mouth," Christian snapped, cutting me off. "Can't you show some compassion? Peyton is 5 years younger than you. How can you treat her like this? We have a guest room. What's the harm in letting Peyton stay for a few days? Besides, I bought this house, so I decide who stays in it. Stop making trouble." Christian's righteous tone was laughable. He seemed to have forgotten that when I was Peyton's age, I stood by him as we built our lives from scratch. Back then, I was in the prime of my youth, and he used to care about me, promising to give me a good life. Now, his concern was reserved for another woman. I smiled faintly and blocked Christian's path as he headed to the guest room. Why would I disagree? I think Peyton should stay in the master bedroom since she's injured. J and I can move into the guest room. Christian hesitated, clearly sensing that something was unusual. After all, I had always argued and fought with him about his decisions. I had never agreed so readily. I was even offering to give up the master bedroom. "Shiloh, are you feeling okay?" I quickly started packing my things. "Of course, I'm fine. I'm just thinking of you both." Then, Christian surprisingly agreed with my suggestion and even offered to help me pack. Such a hypocritical man. As he was helping me move, Peyton suddenly stood up. "Thank you, Shiloh. I'll definitely repay your kindness, ow." Before she could finish, she pretended to lose her balance and fell back down dramatically. Christian immediately rushed past me, scooping Peyton into his arms and carrying
But in the follow come, every silly girl. I got the finish without you, I could feel lose my mind. Without you, I could feel fall and die. Without you, I could give up my life. Without you, without you, never did back at you. Upon a make us you my love one, you make me bad one. World to me, your violent fantasy. I love you. No one above you. Dapper, it is not to nobody. Dapper, all another nigga on me. Dapper, lover, I wanna be a lover forever, forever.
So I decided to paint over one of my old paintings, and here's how it turned out. You gave me a shoulder when I needed it. It's called The New Beginning. You're up when I wasn't feeling it. You helped me fight when I was giving in. And you made me laugh when I was losing it. 'Cause you are the reason why I'm still hanging on. 'Cause you are the reason why my heart is still above water. And if I could, I'd guide you the moon. And baby, to you. And if that was coming for you, I'd give my life for you. 'Cause you are the reason why I'm still hanging on. 'Cause you are the reason why my heart is still above water. And if I could, I'd guide you the moon. And send it to you. And if that was coming for you, Nobody ever knows. Nobody ever sees. I left my soul back then. Oh, I'm too weak. Most nights I pray for you to come home. Praying to the Lord, praying for my soul. Now please don't cry. Most nights are hard to sleep when I'm alone. Now please don't cry. Oh no, I think of you whenever I'm alone. So please don't go.